What's going on, everybody? I'm Primal and welcome to my guide for Crisis Core Reunion. And guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to completely max out your spirit stat incredibly easily and also incredibly early. This can be done as early as chapter 4. So let's jump into it, shall we? Now, straight off of the bat, okay, this is a very sort of late game strategy in that, yes, you can do it in chapter 4. It is going to be difficult, though. You are going to have to go through a whole bunch of missions, and unfortunately, they are not easy, okay? The mission we're going to be working on is going to be 962. Okay, and the main reason we're going to be going on that mission, and I'll also tell you what you need for this mission now. So first of all, in order to max out your spirit, what we need to do is, obviously right there I have 2 spirits, you know, from this fusion. That doesn't really matter. What we need is going to be mithril, okay? We need a bunch of mithril, which will jack up our spirit stat all of the way. However, obviously we are also going to need a huge amount of SP as well. Now, I do have a bunch of guides on, you know, SP farming for both the early and also the late game levels of power, so feel free to check below in the description for the playlist and you guys can see them in there. Now, how do we go about getting a bunch of mithril? So again, we are going to need that stage that I mentioned earlier, but we're also going to need a few other things, okay? Namely, we are going to need a way to kill a particular mob, and he has quite a lot of health. So for this, I recommend using dual cast and electrocute, while also having very high magic stat. You do not need 255. I was doing this method from as low as around 150 magic. So again, your mileage may vary, it just might be a little bit slower if your magic is lower. Aside from that, I also strongly suggest having Mug as well. This is going to be a 2-part farm, okay? The mithril is one part of it, and the other part is going to be a massive gil farm. In fact, at the end of farming all of your mithril, you should have around 6 million gil as well. The items we're going to need, so the accessories, I'm going to use a Zadrik, simply due to the fact it gives me an extra 100 attack, vitality, magic, and spirit. Don't really care about the other stats. Right now, all I want is the magic. We're using a Mog's Amulet, because this means items dropped or stolen will always be rare, which is really good, because the steel we want is a rare steel, and the mithril is also a rare drop. We're going to be using the Genji Glove. That's simply to break the damage cap. You can also use a Brutal if you really want to. However, your mileage may vary again, you know, if you are using more physical attacks like Costly Punch, that will be a lot slower, but at least with the Genji Glove, it will always crit. And then last but not least, we are using the Jeweled Ring, and this is to simply double our item drops. So instead of getting 2 mithril per run, we will get 4 mithril per run. Honestly, you can actually do without this one, simply due to the fact this is also the best gil farming strategy in the game as well, and gil has numerous uses. So if you wanted to get, you know, around 12 million gil while you get your 99 mithril, just use something other than the Jeweled Ring. So, with the setup out of the way, let's jump into the mission, shall we? So, we are going to go to, as I said, mission 962, the lowest tier. And all we're going to do on this mission is we're going to run straight through to the very end of the stage. Now, just remember, the way encounters work in Crisis Core is as long as you are on the edge of the area and you are not looking into the center of the room where encounters typically happen, you will not get any. So by doing this, you can just run straight through to the boss without worrying about any random encounters, and of course, it will also be much faster. And unfortunately, I messed up there. Typical, always typical. Right, so here we are. Here's the boss right here. So we're just going to fight the Holy Tomberry. I'm going to steal, first of all. So I couldn't steal there. That was really unlucky. I'm going to bait out the kitchen knife, or I'll just take it to the face. You know, both work. Right, let's try that again, shall we? So again, we're going to start the fight with a steal. And hopefully we get it. There we go. So I got the 4 gold rolling pins. That is simply for the gil part. Each gold rolling pin sells for 50,000 gil a piece. So that one steel just made us 200,000 gil. And because we killed it, we got the mithril. My inventory is full. I have 99. So it was just automatically discarded. But again, with the jeweled ring, you do get 4 per kill. And then once you've done all of your mithril farm, just go to Materia Fusion, find the materia that you want to give the spirit to. Me personally, I'm going to use mug, so I'm just going to combine 2 mug materia here, simply due to the fact it doesn't really matter. I have an easy source of them. And then we're going to go to the item part of the fusion, and we're going to go down to our mithril, and we're just going to ramp that all the way up until our spirit hits 100. So right there, it is going to cost me 1,000,000 SP, which is unfortunately par for the course when you're creating max stat materia. But there we go. So I now have a mug materia, which gives me 100 spirit. Obviously, the SP cost is extraordinarily high. An easy way to combat this is if you go to sell your rolling pins that you get, and then using the gil from that rolling pin, you can go to the online shop from another mission and simply buy dual cast materia. Each dual cast materia you buy is worth 18,000 SP. So right now I have 247,000, so I can get 8 of them. That's what, 160,000 SP, give or take, per run. But again, the gil does have other uses, but you can use it for whatever you might like to, like buying the Genji equipment from this shop for 1,000,000 gil. But though, everybody, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it has helped. If it has, then please be sure to smash that like button, and of course, drop a comment down below as well, letting me know the first thing you are going to fight with your newly acquired max stats. As always, though, everybody, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.